All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of Aussie Racing League. I'm your host, Man of Tin, and in the box with me tonight I have Apex. We are at the Netherlands this week. Looking forward to it. Personally, I love this track. It is unfortunate that I've been injured, but Apex, how are you looking forward to this race, and what do you expect out of the drivers with a lot of easy ways to go around?
Oh, yeah, this track is pretty tricky. You get on the curbs, you're spinning, so it'll just be good to see the driver skill, see what's going to happen, see who's going to come out on top, I guess, and just hope we have an exciting and very eventful race.
Well, that is it. So we'll quickly go through what happened last week before we get into it, but Red Bull, they pretty dominant last week. 37 points. Ferrari with the 21. Aston with the 18. I think that's right. Red Bull, obviously. SGN with a fantastic win last week. We know how quality he is. Seemed to just have the pace from start to finish. Dodge had a really good race with hopefully some return to form. Continue that going. Boy was pretty strong. Having an incident very early, but did get it back going, and a few other guys really started to get their mojo back. So looking forward to it this week. In saying that, we are about to log in, so I will leave you with the show opener. So.
Welcome along to round 2 of Season 5 at the Aussie Racing League and the running of the Dutch Grand Prix, a place where we last raced in round 1 of Season 3. James Hunt took his first victory, Nicky Lauda took his first victory, and the final bank turn has twice the steepness of the Indianapolis Grand Prix circuit. Let's take a look at the track layout. 14 turns, 4.2 kilometres, 2 massive DRS zones, overtaking opportunities, but a place that will also punish you if you don't get on the power early. Let's head up to our commentary team.
All right, so we are back and we are into qualifying. What times are you expecting here, Apex? I know I was quite surprised with the novice times last night. The qualifying was quite quick, but in saying that, the race pace was brought back quite a bit. So are you expecting some very hot laps?
Well, it would be nice to see people push, and I'm hoping some people break into the 10s tonight. We'll see probably the track just rubber up. We might be able to see some quick times, but yeah, so might see some people in the 10s, might see some people out, but it just depends who's the best at this track and who can keep it off those curbs.
Well, that's it. So we're just looks like Joe and Kev the Gardener are going to be the first ones off the block. Now we have most of our races choosing to go pretty early, so And 33E was going to be right behind. So looks like everyone's getting out on track, trying to get a lap in quite early in this time. It does help with as we see Joe go straight around. That's going to cause quite a bit of backup here. We'll jump on with 33 Evers. Hopefully he doesn't get too blindsided. But Joe's going to be stuck there for quite some time, I would say.
Yeah, that was a very close call with Kev the Gardener. Let's hope he's alright. As you can see, he peels off to the side. Yeah, that was very unfortunate for him, but we'll see him probably back out.
So, Kev the Gardener will be our pace setter. So, see what time the Red Bull. Kev didn't really have the greatest race last week, but stayed out of trouble, was consistent, and ended up finishing in the top. I think he finished 6th in the end, which backed up his teammate SGN, who actually took the race out. So the Red Bulls, they had a pretty dominant performance all round as a team.
Yeah, it's always good to hear when a team works together and gets good performances. But yeah, as we see Kev the Gardener, it says purple in the middle sector, as you would expect, and it comes around the final sector. What time are you thinking he's going to get?
I couldn't really tell you, to be fair. It's really...
Well, one bit out.
That is...
He's crashed. As we see Bassing, and he's parked in the middle of the track. That was very dangerous there. As we see Kev go 1:12.3. It's an alright lap, but definitely room for improvement.
Yeah, he's parked right in the middle of that track, isn't he? So,
I'd like to mention, by the way, Shanuti has got no front wing, so might have collected him.
Yeah, Shanuti actually got a five place grid penalty as well. So,
also Buster, no front wing. Oh no, he's got a front wing. Sorry, he just spun. Do we see Dodge? 1:11.5. So awesome lap from Dodge there.
Bassink puts himself up there, 1:12. See ABK coming around that final corner now. ABK. Now, look, ABK had a pretty disappointing race last week, and again, I'm really looking forward to seeing him make a comeback, because we all know that he's absolute quality. And when he found his form last season, I'm looking for more of that from him, as we jump on board here with our current drivers leader, SGN. Close second, so he's just 0.3 off, but sitting pretty nicely up there. So see Dodge coming into the pit. This Joe with his outlap.
Also like to say, by the way, while you were talking, Nordal had a spin. So Nordal was out in the gravel trap, which ruined his lap, and I think Tiger was purple in the middle sector, but seemed to have aborted due to ERS.
So,
as we see, John is on his outlap, so he's about to go out, and so is Buster for another run.
So yeah, SGN just coming in from his hot lap. Looks like Buster's on his outlap. Joe is currently running his hot lap. And I believe that's, yeah, Jean behind him. So we got a lesson. Do you remember the lesson we got? Oh, you weren't here for last week, but we got a lesson in how to say Jean's last name. So I think it was Bailey. Bailey put it in quite a big perspective, as we see Joe come through in 8th. So a little bit disappointing there, but he'll be right.
Not a bad lap. You can see he ran out of ERS towards the end. This ERS around here is very tricky to manage.
Yeah.
So Bassett come out, so is Dodge.
Yeah. So yeah, the pronunciation for the last name is let me just make sure I actually get this right. Sorry. Pretty sure it was like Hyundai, but slightly different.
Like the car brand.
Yeah. We got this last week. It was quite.
I thought it was Hanoi, I thought it was, but I guess I said that wrong. I don't want to offend anyone.
No, he was he's quite cool about it. He was talking to HK about it. But the way to say it, where was that?
Like you mentioned, by the way,
High on eye. High on eye.
Yeah. So high on eye.
Yeah.
Alright. It's gonna take a bit of practice to get right, but we'll get there.
Yeah. So
it looks like everyone's actually on the lap as Bassink finishes his lap. There's a 1:12.4. So not many improvements coming out of these second runs here at all. But who knows, as we have a yellow flag. Or I'm pretty sure that's Dodge, and yes, Dodge has spun on the exit of turn 3. Oh, King Caro in the AlphaTauri goes second at 1:11.3, so people edging way closer to ABK's lap now.
ABK does improve slightly on that second lap.
I think ABK is going again, but just hope he stays within the ERS.
So Nuti coming around. Not going to set the world on fire, but in the top 10.
Also got Boy just come out. He's about to start his lap, and so is Darkly. As we see Nordo on a lap right now, is actually, as we see Tigger goes second, 1/10 of ABK's lap, so very nice lap for Tigger.
If he continues this form, he won't be a reserve for much longer. He's
got immaculate pace.
That he does.
Nord will come up to the line. Goes 12th. On a spun actually on the final corner. That was a Williams. And it's ABK. By the looks of things, I don't think he's got damage, but he'll probably be coming in now.
So Werribee yet to set a lap. So this will be his. Oh, sorry, it's a Hyoni.
Hyoni, okay.
Yeah. So. We got
Werribee on his first lap here. What's his first sector going to be? A 24.8. It's not bad. Should hopefully make it into the top 10.
Oh, as SGN's hit the spun on the last corner.
Very unfortunate for SGN. As I said, you touch those curbs, you're a goner.
Darkly giving himself a nice little run there.
That's Werribee is actually very quick right now. Goes a bit wide.
Dodge is going to set a great lap time here. He might even get the 110s. He does. So that is
Awesome
our
lap for
first
Dodge.
10.
And
As Werribee
Werribee
follows it straight back up. So some great times coming in here.
So the track is definitely improving, as we're seeing.
Yeah, Bass Baby coming in will be up there.
Yep.
Yeah, 111.5. So looks like everyone's pretty close at the moment.
Yeah, as also we see John and Bassink. I think John's actually on a lap, as he's just going to go let past one of the Astons. But Bassink, when he's out lap, so he's about to start one of his laps. Also ABK coming back out, trying to gain that top step. Also, I'd like to mention Bass Baby down 9/10 in the first sector, so something must have gone wrong there. about to start this lap.
So yeah, some guys that are proving to be up here. I expect John Hioni.
Yeah, I also expect SGN.
SGN's never been a great qualifier. That is the one thing that we have talked about with him, that hopefully he can improve. But if he gets that right, just look out, because his race pace is absolutely insane. If he keeps the guys going, he's going to end up in the elite next season. But yeah, he does know that he has a bit more to work on in terms of fast laps, but his pace you can't really damage that. As we see John come around now, he will be up there, but he puts himself in the top 10, so not a bad run there.
We also do see Bassink, Joe, and ABK all on laps right now.
So Bassink's coming around. This is going to be a good lap here from Bassink. Yep.
Goes 8.
Puts himself in the top 10.
So a very nice lap there, actually, from him.
So SGN comes around.
It's not improved.
Improves his time, but doesn't improve his position. So
Oh, did he? I didn't see that. My bad.
jump on with Kev. Looks like Kev's going to start a lap.
ABK's on a lap right now as he heads into the final sector, and he's purple, so he is up. So he is the man to watch at the moment.
Yeah, 1.5 tenths up on his time, so that will put him second, but he's got to really...
SGN's out.
That is quite a shame. Shanuti's got another 5-second penalty, so Shanuti's going to be starting at the back. That is enough to put him into second. Werribee has...
That is a second incident with Shanuti at that one corner, so I don't know what's happening there. God, we can't blame anyone at the moment, but I don't know what's been happening with Wow Wubsy and SGN, how they DNF there, but, you know, probably just got on that curb. So I think ABK's going for another run, but I don't think he's got enough ERS to continue.
So we have 33 Avis. Darkly coming around for another lap here.
Yeah.
Looks
I
like
think Avis will have a nice lap. He's always been consistent and fast, so just see what he gets up to tonight.
Bass Baby's just about to... No, I think he's going to start another lap here as well.
As I think most people are going to start peeling out of the pits now, as it comes to the end of the session. We're not in class. As also, Tiger or Tiger, however you want to pronounce it, improves his time. He goes third, but does not move up at all. But very nice lap there. Slots in between Werribee and ABK.
I think he's got a little bit more time up his sleeve as well, so looking for these guys to improve. But we'll jump on here with King Cairo, who's about to start his lap. So a good showing from Cairo here. As long as he doesn't spin, he has the pace to do so, and we've seen that from the being a champion himself. So be good to see him bounce back a little bit with some form, but he needs to just keep all 4 tyres going straight, not going in a circle, unfortunately, for Cairo. So
I don't think he'll appreciate that comment.
probably not, but he's too talented a driver to be performing at the level he's been performing at the last 2 seasons. So Ferrari jumps out the way.
Got to support him. This is part of the AlphaTauri family. Yeah, he seems to actually have a really nice lap at the moment.
Yep, so
It's a massive slide there. That may have cost him a bit of seconds. He's down 2 tenths, so he needs to nail this last sector if he wants to get anywhere near the top 5.
yeah, that is unfortunate. So he's not going to be able to have enough ERS to go again, unfortunately, either. So
As you see, he might actually get a helping hand here from the Ferrari. Oh no, he actually peels into the pits.
So, fortunately, that's going to be his day done, but...
Oh, as we see, Dodge has spun on his fast lap. So as I cut to him, Dodge has hit the curb wrong and rotated.
Yeah, he was up on his time as well, so that is it's disappointing there.
So as we see, ABK just about to start his lap now. So will ABK able to grab pole of Dodge?
The Dodge isn't going to be able to go again, unfortunately for him. See Darkly stopping on track.
Yeah, ABK on his lap right now. Is he going to go purple? Yes, he is. Up by 44 thousandths. What will he do now?
So he's almost made up the time here.
As Evis is out. So Evis looks like he's crashed going into the penultimate corner.
So down here is the McLaren very smartly just jumps out of the way here, but we will follow ABK all the way to the line.
That is now the end of qualifying, as he is purple, so he is up right now. What can he do with this?
As long as he finishes and stays on this pace, he will go number one.
Yep.
But it's going to be up to this last corner. If he has any slide or anything, looks to be pretty smooth. Hugs the inside.
Comes up to the line. He goes a 111.002, so just misses out.
He's lost a bit of time there, unfortunately, so...
A great performance from him anyway. As we see Kev now coming up to the line, is a 10th up on his lap, which will put him in front of Nordal. Let's see what he can do. And yes, it does. So Kev goes 16th. And Striker and Buster are both on laps at the moment, as Buster up 2 tenths. Striker looks like, is he going to improve? No, he does not, sadly.
So Buster is coming around this last corner now, really using all of the track.
Buster comes up to the line. That's going to be a 111. I think it was a 111.5. I didn't see. But it goes 9.
Puts himself in the top 10, so...
And then we've got Portionuti there with 10 seconds worth of time penalties. So...
Alright, so we'll quickly go through it. Dodge has come out on top. ABK in second. Tigger in fourth. Werribee in... third. Werribee in fourth. King Cairo in 5. Bassink in 6. Shanuti in 7, but will take 10 place grid penalty. SGN will end up in 7th. Buster in 8th. Bass Baby in 9th. 33 Evis in 10th. Old Mate James 11th. John Hioni in 12th. And continue on. So we'll be right back straight after this. All right. So, any surprises there for you, Apex, as we get ready to go off the line with no formation lap, as we do know now at the moment. So,
yeah. So I would have expected like a lot of people up there. So Werribee, ABK, King Cairo. He was a bit of a surprise, but very nice lap from him in the end.
Yep.
And yeah, so quite a few shockers, quite a few people that are usually at the top there. So yeah, hopefully this comes to an interesting race.
Well, that's it. So SGN is, I think, starts in 8th, so it's got a little bit of work to do. But as we see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are off. So a pretty good start there from Dodge.
Takes defensive line.
He's covered that off. ABK is going to have to go around. Tigger's going around the outside, along with Cairo, who manages to slide up past Werribee into 5th. Buster's made his way, Bassink's made his way up. SGN into 7th. we have quite a tight pack here, but it looks like we've survived. We do have, it looks to be Nordal going off the back, but it looks like everyone else has survived. So,
except Darkly.
yeah, unfortunately for Darkly, who has actually crashed out. So I think we have...
I think it's a virtual safety car right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I caught a little bit of that. I just saw Darkly drop it going to turn 2, just went straight in the wall. Very unfortunate for him. Also, I think I saw a Wubsy kept the Gardner's gearbox. Might be a bit of damage there, but yeah, very clean getaway. Otherwise, those 2 factors.
Yeah, so 33 Evis has decided to start on the softs as we go back racing now. Dodge has actually started on the hards and got off to a great start, so an absolute superb start from himself. Look for Tigger to push up hard against the back of Dodge with those mediums. But it looks like most people have decided to go on the mediums, a few guys on the hards.
The Aston both on the hards right now, so those guys must be playing the long game right now.
Well, I think I found the hard strategy to be quite powerful. If you don't have any safety car.
Nordal and Wubsy have actually collided going into turn 1 right now, but they look to have come out unscathed of any damage. Because we do have the Amazon pit stop strategy. It looks like the soft hard is a good strat around here, and the medium hard and the hard medium. So who's going to be on different strats today?
Yeah, well, it does look like we have a few different ones. The front of the pack is really kind of holding up here. So Werribee gone.
So Werribee looks like he just dropped it by himself, as we see he's back in it now, as he goes back down to 17. So very unfortunate for Werribee there. He'll definitely be kicking himself over that one.
Yep, so Dodge looks like to be the only hard runner up to 9th, with Werribee spinning out. So it is very unfortunate for him, but...
Do you think ABK will be going for it now? With more ERS.
It's gonna have a look, but not quite. I'd be looking for the next lap for him to get past and try to push out of the way. But we do have Jean Hyoni pushing up the back of Striker. Very, very close racing between a lot of these guys at the moment, so we're looking to make sure they stay out of trouble, but at the same time really start to push up as we see a main group break away. So it looks like the top 8 have kind of broken away. Bass Baby leading the start of the second tier runners, I would say.
Yeah, as we also do see, as ABK and Tiger both getting a little bit unsettled. But yeah, very close within the top 3 at the moment. As will ABK go for it this lap? Looks to be having a look, but no. He must be waiting for the main straight, as we see Dodge parking his car very nicely there. So let's see if he will defend this or just let him go.
Well, those hards, he's not going to be able to push as hard with those hards on, but look for Tigger to push hard straight down the inside as he looks straight away. He's taken the inside, is going to be able to come back, not quite, but has got the car stopped and turned around fairly nicely. So I don't think it's going to be such a bad thing for Dodge to kind of push down the order. The longer he holds these front runners up, the better it chances. As we have lost, it looks like Buster.
Yeah, as he is placed on the banking right now, so hopefully no one goes up there and collides with him, but he's just waiting there patiently right now.
So yeah, we're down to a top 7. We see Joe battling with Kev the Gardener back here. ABK all over the back of Dodge here.
Do you think he'll go for it now or just wait till the main straight?
I think you have to wait for the main straight. I think it's way too powerful to be overtaking here. This is really just to close it up. Make sure you're within the distance, and then if you can execute these last 2 corners, you'll be quite fine.
Pretty useless DRS zone in my opinion. There's just no overtaking opportunities there. Unless you're like right there. So we also see Buster again. Has a spin, so hot tires, it's not big.
And we see old mate James has gone around as well, so...
Quite a lot of spin in its opening laps.
33 Evis, looks like he's got past SGN on those soft tyres.
as we see Joe and Kept the Gardener going for it right now. And, oh, very close into turn 1.
Yeah.
Is he going to hold it around the outside? No, so Joe gets a very nice overtake there. As we also do see SGN and Evis side by side at the moment. Who's going to win this battle?
I think the soft tyre would win out on this, as we have lost. Nordal has spun.
We also get a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. So he's there, he's just going from old to west at the moment.
Yep, so Bassing is allowed to close up here on SGN after they fought all the way through Sector 1. Ticker's just pulling away. Still got Dodge in his DRS, but he's looking to break away, so...
Dodge has got an amazing pace at the moment on those hards, to be honest. Does he get the DRS? Yes, he does. So yeah, also, matter of fact, Pinkara got the most ERS out of all the top 4 runners here. As we also do see Evis in the background starting to close up, with SGN closely followed behind. So it looks like the group is starting to bunch up a little bit more now. But if Tigger just gets going, he should be fine for the rest of the race.
So Striker using the DRS to get past Bass Baby here. As we see, there seems to be relatively 2 packs here built up. So there's the front runners, all 7 of those guys relatively bunched up, and then all the way up to the next 7 guys in the next pack. So some really, really close racing here. As we see, it looks like old mate James is going around again.
Yeah, so he's not having a great day. So we also do see Nordal go around as well. So tyre pressures must be a key factor around here. As I'm seeing very clearly that everyone's just losing the rear, left, right, and centre. So people are very struggling on those rears around this track at the moment. So see how that plays out. We also see Dodge is actually getting closer now to Tigger or Tiger. It's only 7 tenths now, so let's see how that goes.
Well, the tyre pressures are, again, you rely very heavily on your tyres here, so as we'll see, I don't think anyone's going to make too much of this DRS in the front pack, but look for some guys.
Spins and actually gets damage, so King Kara has hit him.
So that is very unfortunate for Dodge.
As I was stating, people struggling on those rears. As we see Shanudi get very close there with him, as we also see Captain Gardner just fly past. This is going to get scrappy very quickly. All bunched up right now. Oh, and that's Captain Gardner out. That poor Shanudi has just been pinched on the apex, but I know that looks very, very scuffed. Best way to put it.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for Kev.
Kev's not going to be very happy about that, but we do have a full safety car brought out. So
this will very help Evis at the moment, as he will be able to box onto whatever compound he wants. But do you think the medium runners will box? Because I don't think hard's not going to be a good tyre.
The hards are a good tyre, but I just don't know if they've got
what it takes. It's a 5-second penalty for Tiger there.
Yeah, maybe they're going to go for it with a 29 lap thing. I would be pitting right about now. I'd be putting the hards on. You can always come back onto the medium later if you need to, but if there's a late safety car, you can go onto softs. It's too good of an opportunity. So
yeah, or as we see, SGN just comes out in front of Striker there. As well as get another 5-second time penalty from Joe. So I do think many people are going to go onto the hards for as long as they possibly can, wait for another safety car, or they could just go out and have some fun and then box their softs towards the end and just have a sprint. Or as we see, Tiger's in the wall. He's lost his front wing on cold tyres.
That is absolutely amazing. So that is very unfortunate for him, but he will be able to box. Looks like Dodge isn't going to lose too much out on this. With having those hards, he is going to push himself back up into third. So Dodge might get away with this.
Got a feel for poor Tiger. He, comfortable in the lead of the race, gets a 5-second time penalty and now has no front wing. So the poor guy is probably just kicking himself over this one. He is not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, so we'll quickly just go through the penalties. So we've got 5 seconds to Tiger for speeding in the pit lane. Joe's got 5 seconds for the same thing. And same with Buster as well. So as for the tyres, most people have pitted. The guys at the front are the hard runners that have continued on. Shanudi has pitted and 33 Evis, both for mediums.
Yeah, so I think many people are actually caught out by this safety car. I don't think they would have expected one so early, as we see Tiger impatiently trying to get into the pits right now, just behind Werribee. But also, like, I mean, the cold tyres on this track is so painful. It would just, yeah, you got to warm them up as quick as you can. As we see him actually box onto the soft compound. Oh no, mediums. It's a bit of a tie glitch. Yeah. But yeah, many people caught out by the 60-kilometre pit lane around here. I was. A lot of people are, and yeah.
I think this one's not too bad because as soon as you get to that wall, you can kind of slam the brakes on and you relatively stop pretty quickly. But just to go through the changes here, so Bass Baby's up 8 positions after starting in 9th. John Honey is up 10 after starting in 12th. Dodge has gone down 2 positions, but hopefully he's got no damage. Hopefully he can make some time up there and really drag his race back in it. Werribee is back up towards the front again. Another one of these hard guys that will live to see another day. ABK is down 3, so just pitting on. Evis has made his way up the grid 4 places, so those soft tyres have really done the job. Can he make the hards? Or he's on to medium, so got that. But Striker, Joe, Wubsy up 3, 7 respectively. King Cairo's come down 4 spots, so unfortunately that little tangle with Dodge has cost him quite dearly. Obviously Tigger's down 13, Buster and old mate James, so we should have probably, I'd say, one more lap of safety car.
Yeah. But what I'm thinking, by the way, have you seen the clouds? They've got a lot more darker in the past laps, so I know maybe rain may play a factor, but I haven't heard anything from anyone saying rain's coming at all. But yeah, what that was. Did you just see Bass Baby Ghost at all, or is that just my screen?
No, Bass Baby's still in, so it must be just yours.
Yeah, because I just saw him overtake the safety car, but you know, the game's a bit scuffed. As we also see Tiger back into the pits. Looks like he's boxing onto the hards. It's him and Shanudi, not a very good Alpine L-plan right now. So, very unfortunate for them.
Well, it does go the same, but yeah, it does look like...
Yeah, the clouds have gotten very darker in the past few laps.
Well, if anyone's got any race engineers in the chat that are looking and seeing any change in the weather, please do inform us as soon as possible. But we should have a safety car in this lap.
Yep.
I'd be looking for 33 Evis to really try and push up on those medium tyres. He really needs to get that to work very quickly. Started on the softs, made them work. He's gone onto the mediums. Even another safety car, he finishes on the hard. So confirm that the safety car is in this lap, and we are with Bass Baby, followed by Jean Hioni, Dodge, Werribee, and then ABK. So how do you think this is going to go? Do you think he's going to back him up relatively far, or is he going to go early? What would be your plan here, Apex? So it looks like he's gone already. So he's gone relatively early. Didn't get the jump. Didn't get a great exit. So he has actually held the pack up a little bit, which...
So John's actually very close now. He might actually go for it on the restart.
Got the double Ferrari overtake. Look at that. If only they could do that in real life. That looks to be magical, but Dodge has got the better run out. John has taken the lead. Bass Baby in a second. Dodge has managed to gain that place back onto Werribee. ABK, 33 Evis holding their lines back there. But it looks like, again, it's that top 7 that have already broken away. Poor SGN has been held back quite a bit, but John has really put the burners on here and decided to run away with this race.
Yeah, very good restart from him.
So it looks like SGN's closed up a little bit. Same with Cairo, just closing it back in. But I have to say, the man at the front, as we has lost, Joe's gone at the back. There's a big tumble up. So we got old mate James is DNF'd, Joe, Buster, Wubsy, Shanudi all involved, and we have lost a driver as well. So that is a big accident at the back there. As you see, Werribee getting around Dodge again. He's gonna hold his line. Is Dodge gonna get that better exit? He does again. There's a little bit of touching. Oh, as we've seen, Werribee has hit the wall and looks like he's lost whole front wing. So that is absolutely horrible there for Werribee.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Werribee there, as him and Striker getting very close. This Werribee not moving out of the way, but has no turn in, and Striker just takes that. Yeah, not a good race for Alpine at the moment. As we see Shanudi, Nordal, Wawa Wubsy, and Buster all into the pits right now. So very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Poor Werribee. He will have to box onto either mediums or softs. He does not have a choice at the moment. So yeah. So also we see Evis and Dodge.
So it looks...
Evis, I think, just got a double overtake, if I'm not wrong, and gets down the inside of Bass. A very nice overtake from Evis there.
Yep, so he goes around there. ABK's got himself around Dodge. So this pack of 7 now, with DRS being added onto it. So we've got ABK trying to go up the inside of Bass Baby here. Gets the better exit. We've got the Haas of Bassing up the inside of Dodge. Going to go around the long way. SGN's right in there as well. This is fantastic close racing from these guys.
It is, as we do have a yellow flag, as I think that is Joe. Joe has spun out of the pit lane. Or, no, Joe has just spun. But yeah, getting back to the battle, you can see Eva's now closing in on John. With DRS activated this lap, we probably might be seeing some overtakes.
Yeah, so Evis has really made those tyres work. So if he gets a safety car anywhere down the road, he is going to have a great day. He's got a full set of hards in the bank. If there's another safety car, he puts on those hards and he's going to have a great day with track position. So
yeah, Bass and Bass Sink both going for it right now. As I think he's trying to get the DRS. Or we then see Dodge goes down the inside there. So perfects that. Do you see Nordal is now out, so Nordal has gone into the wall. Will this be a safety car? Yes, it is. There is debris all over the track down there. I think that's turn 6 or 7. Yeah, very unfortunate. But this will help out John massively.
So that has been a very, very interesting start. A massive pile up with Buster, Shanudi, Wubsy, and a few others. We've lost Kev the Gardener, old mate James, and Nordal since the last safety car. Sorry, just old mate James and Nordal from that last safety car. And Nordal was on the softs, so will we see anyone dive down the back? It looks like Shanudi and Joe have both gone into the pits, and they should easily clear the safety car there, so we won't have any back runners in the way on the restart.
We see John driving very far away. It's about 2 seconds now, so
is he looking to push onto those mediums, or?
No, he's not boxing.
I thought he was pushing quite hard, but we have seen Dodge go into the pits, followed by Bass Baby as well.
Yeah, I thought he was pushing for the undercut, but I guess no, he just wasn't coming in. So do you think that'll help him? Because he definitely have the tyre advantage over everyone right now.
Yeah, well, like I said, we got fresh mediums coming out from Bass and Werribee. I think the mediums are still going to struggle to go this long. Again, those hards have still got an easy another 6 laps or so in them. So they've got some life left in him, but he's going to need some luck now. That's the only thing. So if he gets another safety car anywhere from probably here on, he'll be in the spot to put those mediums on and finish the race. But he's going to need some luck, and he's going to need someone to bin it. So, but you never know. There's going to be 3 laps here that probably, I'd say the full 3 laps on safety car here, as we see Shanudi bringing up the rear. So who knows? We're going to have guys probably falling asleep a little bit or just zoning out a fraction whilst we have this safety car trundling around.
Yeah, and to be honest, this is probably one of the tracks I want to be on the best tyre at the best time, because it's just one of those tracks like Suzuka, where you just want to be on the best grip, otherwise you're just going to spin and completely ruin your race and everything you've worked up for. So I kind of feel like John is onto something, as we have seen a lot of people are in the wars with the barriers. But as we think, John, no, he's not pitting this lap. See, I think that he's just trying to take these long, maybe even going to softs towards the end. But with all these safety cars, he's definitely not got that much wear on those hards. So I don't know, it's just best bet as to who will come out on top at the end of this race. And it's very exciting now, because we don't know who's going to win this. Could be ABK, could be Evers, could be John. Who knows? And this is going to get very exciting in the next 20 laps.
Yeah, well, I said the hard guys probably won't pit again unless it's a late safety car. Those softs just won't get the job done if they've got to do 8 to 6 laps or so. They do struggle. They are quick for a couple of laps, but they don't last very long at all.
6 laps top on the softs around here until they start to crumble.
Yeah, so Dodge is probably in a really good spot. I think 33 Evers and John, both the front two, they're going to need some luck. But ABK, Bassing, SGN, Cairo, Striker, Tigger, these guys are in the zone that they can get through, but they're going to struggle right towards the end. So again, it really depends on what happens up above. So if Dodge and Bass can keep those tyres alive and kind of push through the pack, I'll probably be looking more towards Dodge. We're going to have safety car in this lap, so we will jump on board with Jean Honey. But he's backed it right up. So he's back to he's going to get in a little bit of trouble for this, as he's backed everyone back up, being below that 60-kilometre buffer that we have.
Yeah, I think he'll go probably now. Probably just.
I think well, he's going to have Evers right behind him, so I think he's have to go relatively late.
Yeah, I think he's weaving very aggressively, actually. But he's going all the way up to the timing line, and there he goes. So, very tactical, but that's going to bunch the whole grid up. I guess
I see some wheel-to-wheel inside racing here, so got a few side-by-sides. Tigger seems to be up the going around the outside, the Werribee as well, around the outside.
Very nice overtake there, actually.
But
so, as they head up the hill, we see Evers now on the rear of John. And also ABK just in the background, so is Bassing. So the grids actually stay quite close together. No one's really dropped back, because I think we see Bassing go wide. Oh, and Evers has just gone off the track.
Evers has just disappeared off that end.
So we also see Buster and Werribee going for it. I think Werribee getting the traction down as we see Buster onto that curb. Oh, nearly bumping wheels. Who's going to go down the inside? Who's going to be brave enough here? Buster just backs out there. So yeah, very clean restart from everyone. Nice and fair. So let's see what people can do now.
Yeah, well, it just give John a bit more to play with, so he's going to be looking to try to break that DRS train. But yeah, pretty clean restart. We have a pretty close rivals. Jump on board with Striker here, who's got Tigger right up, Dodge right behind him as well. Werriboo's in the mix, so Tigger goes straight up the inside. Dodge is following as well, so Werriboo's trying to go around the outside, not going to quite get it done. A little bit flustered there by Buster, which allows Werriboo to get through.
Mega run here.
We've got a lot of action, I can tell you that right now. So, but Werriboo is putting Striker's rear wing to the test, because it gets any closer, he's going to push it off the car.
Yeah, so Werriboo definitely got pace on those new mediums. I'm just thinking what he's going to do here. With no DRS, he's got the better run here with the tyre advantage, and that's Werriboo. Oh, Striker wants to fight it back here. I thought that was all done, but as we see Buster trying to get the switchback, actually hit Striker there, pushes him all the way out to the grass. Let's see how this goes. As they bump tyres, Bass Baby trying to go around the outside of the banking here on Striker.
So they say robbing's racing, but shouldn't be that way in F1. These cars are way too expensive to be touching other people.
Yeah, as we see Striker spins there and collects his teammate and actually gets damaged there, as Striker is actually out from that.
That is his...
So that's a safety car, full one.
Yeah. So
that's going to help. That's John.
That's going to help John immensely, and we'll see what happens with these other guys. So I don't know if we're going to see the hard runners pit, because they've already used their medium tyre. Their medium tyres aren't going to be able to go to the end. They're in a bit of a predicament here. It's come out to help John. Dodge has made his way up a couple of places into that 8th spot, Werriboo into 9th, but these guys are in a bit of a predicament. Also with 33 Evis, losing him quite early off of, I think it was early into Sector 2, going straight off.
Yeah, so this is helping John out massively, as this is actually when the hard tyres are meant to peel into the pits, so John will definitely come in. So waiting out, John has done an immaculate job, as we see, trying to get as far away as from ABK as he can right now. We see him peel into the pits as ABK stays out, so does Bassink. And yeah, so most of the hard runners are staying out. Eva stays out. Yeah, I think we'll probably only see John, maybe even Wow Wow Wubsy, because yeah, he definitely got damage from that, and Joe pit.
Right, well, he's going to come back out just outside the points on or in 11th, so his mediums are going to be the freshest, so he's going to have the best run coming into the back. I think Dodge also, even though they're 5 laps old, most of that's been under safety car, so Dodge, Werriboo, they're going to have medium tyres that will probably have a bit more life than what they would suggest, being 5 or 7 laps old. So
this has massively helped out John here, and probably even Dodge as well, because those guys on the freshest compound, and I do not think those hards can go an extra 16 laps. So those people on the hards are going to be struggling massively towards the end. So Dodge, maybe even Werriboo, he's been on those for about 7 laps, probably about 25%. So if he just nurses those home, he should be in for a chance of getting his points.
Yeah, well, again, saying that, these tyres have been nursed around by the safety car for probably I think it's 2 or 3 laps, so they're going to be a little bit safer in the bank. They're going to have 2 laps here, so they're going to be a lot fresher than what they come across as. But that safety car has definitely helped our boy John Hyone.
We're getting better at it every time. But yeah, so we're down to 14 runners. Sadly, we've lost Darkly, Kev, Old Mate James, and Mortal and Striker. Very unfortunate for those guys. I guess they will not be happy walking away from this weekend with 0 points. But now it is up to their teammates, I guess. Well, besides Mercedes, to get some points.
Yeah, so both Mercedes drivers out. Unfortunate for Old Mate James, but Dodge has been pretty good form. Again, Kev the Gardener, We haven't talked about SGN a lot in this race. I don't think his pace has been the elite pace that we're used to on SGN.
Yeah, but he's doing very well. Just be up there, just keep his nose there. As we've seen, he's capitalised on a lot of fights. So yeah.
Well, that's the thing. He's consistent. He keeps it in check. All he has to do is just come away with a top 5 finish here, and he adds really good points to his already great start. So waits for his stronger tracks to come back in, and as we see, it's just lost it coming out of that corner.
So yeah, very unfortunate for Bassing there. Actually loses his whole front wing. So, and safety car's in this lap.
That is
a lot of trouble here. I was actually putting him as a favourite to win, but I guess I've got to recall that statement now. But we may be able to see another safety car, but very unfortunate for Bass there.
Yeah, that's not great there from Bass, but oh well. Now, again, we're flirting with that 60 kilometres an hour, a bit faster this time from ABK, so bit more along the rouge. But again, you've got John, you've got Dodge, that if they get those, ABK's legged it, but that is a massive lock there, a bit of exit out of the back, but that's going to allow SGN and 33 Evis to make a run, as 33 Evis looks like he's going to go down the inside of SGN, who gets really squirrely coming out of that first corner. We see an AlphaTauri of King Cairo head into the inside of the wall.
That was a very scuffy restart. I've seen, so we got King Cairo also, while you're talking, Joe dropped it in the back, and I think also Tiger has dropped it. So that is massively unfortunate for those guys with cold tyres. And did King Cairo get any damage at all? Also, why
he has any damage, but ABK is 1.5 seconds up the road now, so that squirrely moment that SGN has had has allowed him to pull away, but SGN's pulled it back together. 33 Evis on those 14 lap old mediums. He's going to be in a world of hurt unless he can get back onto softs or something a bit later on, but ABK's pulled away quite nicely. See the back of the grid still pretty tight here, all with their ducks in a line.
Yeah, also, I think it was, if I'm not wrong, Evis, or... No, it was Tiger, sorry, actually spun. But I don't think spun, maybe just had a moment. Because Wearable and Dodge both capitalised on it, as we see they've both got 5-second pens for ignoring yellow flags. So something must have happened there while we weren't looking. So, yeah, I just cut to Tiger, I think rejoining back on the track, and seeing Wearable and Dodge just both fly past him. So, I don't know what's happened there, but we'll probably get looked into if they've both got penalties there. So very unfortunate for them.
Unfortunate there, but we'll leave that up to the FIA to sort that business out. But it looks like everyone, again, they've joined onto the conga line. ABK is getting closed down here a little bit by SGN, so he's pulled that gap back about 3/10. Wearable's put himself in a nice situation. He's got himself in front of Dodge. Jean Hyoni has up into 8th. Again, with only 3 lap old medium, so he's going to have fresh tyres all the way to the end. So if Buster's not careful, he's going to be right on the edge of his seat. As we see Wearable just getting a little bit out of place there.
Just like to mention, by the way, SGN is flying right now. That guy just set a purple millisecond. Will he go for fastest lap here? He just had mega pace, and no, he does not. But yeah, he's actually got very good pace in his old hards here, and is closing down ABK 10th by 10th. So this is going to get interesting, as we also see Evis closing in as well. So Evis has got mega pace, so does Wearable and Dodge, and closely followed by pretty much everyone else, as it goes all the way back to 11th until King Cairo 9 seconds behind in P12.
So are you getting tricked by the Dogecoin as well? Because that sneaky little line by Dodge is just cheeky little banter in there, but
keep trying to call him Doge, but then I remember no, it's Dodge. But he would prefer both.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to complain too much, but it looks like Tigger is right on the back here of Dodge himself. SGN really pushing hard to try and break into that DRS range as he sets another purple sector, but he's got a little bit taily, just putting on the gas a little too early. So has he managed to get...
Yeah, he did.
So he's got DRS, so Dodge is going to be coming for ABK here with plenty of speed.
Going on Buster right now, has got the ERS and the tyre advantage here, goes down the inside into turn 1. Will Buster hold it? No, Buster, we've got 17 lap odd mediums, just concedes behind, and yeah. So awesome overtake there. Very nice and clean, so yeah. So we also see SGN is closing in on ABK. And we also see Eva says Bassink goes and sets the fastest lap of 1:13.2. So Bassink with the fastest lap of the race at the moment. So very good lap there.
Yep, so Dodge is really under some pressure here from Tigger from behind.
Yeah, it's quite surprising to be honest, because Tigger with his 16 lap odd hards on 10 lap mediums must just have better pace. As we also see, that's Bass Baby and Buster have both collided. We'll get a safety car here, I'm pretty sure. And yes, we do.
So got another safety car. So ABK and SGN, are they gonna? I don't think they can come. They can come out on softs. You can't go softs. Yeah. So what are we gonna see here? We're gonna see the mediums come back out.
I think soft would actually. Oh, Joe gets a drive through. Speaking on a safety car. As yeah, so a lot of people pitting Wereboy Evis. I think Wereboy pitting to get rid of his penalty. But yeah, that was a very awkwardly timed safety car. But softs, about 9 laps, 10 laps around here. Do you think they'll last?
Nah, softs can't last that long. I'm sorry, but it's a risk that some of these guys are gonna have to take. But we're putting it into retrospect. We've kept Dodge, who does have that penalty. Again, that penalty might disappear depending on FIA, but I don't really know too much information about that to actually inform you guys. But John Hyoni, he's in 5th. He's got 6 lap-old mediums. He's had 2 laps under safety car. He's going to get another 2 laps here. And he's in a great position to win this race.
Yeah, he is, and he just needs to use his tyre advantage to the best. Probably the hardest person to pass, in my opinion, would be ABK or SGN. They would probably put up the biggest fight because they're on the top steps at the moment. But these tyres, with them, that's going to be 28 laps, and they're not going to look nice at the end of this race.
No, they're not. But again, we have spent a lot of time under safety car, so you saw how much pace that Tigger managed to have on those hard tyres. So I wouldn't quite count people out just yet, just literally due to the fact that we've had so much time behind a safety car.
Yeah, and we've had 3 safety cars. Was it 3 or 4?
And then we've had, this is our 4th one now, I think.
Yeah, this is our 4th. So yeah, so we've got people back from 7th to 12th on this soft compound. So I think they'll be pushing like absolute madness at the start of the restart. Just try get as many overtakes as they can, but I don't think those softs will last, in my opinion. I think they'll be about 60-70% by the end of this race, and people will be struggling massively on those.
Well, we're just going to go through the stops here. So Tigger's up into 4th and had 3 stops. Shanudi's had 5 stops in 6. Wow Wubsy has had 4 in 7th. Joe all the way back to at the back with 5 stops, and he's going to make that 6 with a drive-through penalty. So ABK and SGN and Dodge and John Hyoni have all only had the 1 stop. So they've kept their track position. They've kept going pretty nicely here, but
yeah. And I don't know, if the safety car doesn't come in this lap, that's less laps of pushing, and we might actually see the soft runners be a bit quicker, because 8 laps is like probably maximum on softs, and they've been on them still probably about 5-6%, so they should be comfortable, I guess, towards the end of the race. But I don't know, it just depends on how you manage these tyres and how good are you at pushing without, you know, losing all that grip. Because you've still got John, who's on probably the best tyres at the moment, considering like the strategy calls and everything. But with all those soft people behind him, I don't know, maybe we might see him struggling towards the end of the race, trying to hold up everyone to defend. So yeah, who knows, it's anyone's game at this time.
Well, that's it. So we'll I think the favourite really has to be I think it has to be John Hyoni. I think with with those mediums going to be pretty ripe and ready by the end of this race. I think Dodge's tyres, again, this only helps him out more and more the more laps we live under safety car. Again, SGN, ABK, probably in a similar boat, but it'll just depend. Can they warm their tyres back up again fast enough to bounce back after the restart? So SGN's a pretty good restarter. I think Dodge has got enough veteran experience to do the same thing. So wouldn't be too concerned with how that restart's gonna happen.
Yeah, so to be honest, like, I feel my favourite at the moment is ABK. I know he's on the most highest, deg of tyres at the moment, but just this track is very tricky to overtake, and they're going to have to wait probably about 2-3 laps for DRS. So if he can pull a gap, drive comfortably, and just know how to use this ERS properly, he might still take this home, but who knows.
Well, again, we're down to 13 drivers, so I don't know how many we finished with in the novice division per se, but...
I'd like to mention, by the way, Joe, no front wing at the moment, so...
Yeah, and he does have a drive-through penalty as well, so I think he's just trying to jump on the back so the safety car can come in.
Wearable has spun under safety car.
It's not a great look for him.
No, he will not be happy over that one. So that's... is that 2, 3 now under safety cars?
Yeah, it's pretty... not what we'd expect from our Prodigy division. We see a little bit of lag coming from John Mahoney, but...
Yeah, so as we can see, SGN just ready to get going. He's dealt with ABK's restart once. He should know. Yep, as he's already going already. So we also see Dodge. He's actually spaced him out very nicely here. As we see John with a very nice run here. Probably the closest out of all the drivers at the moment. Do you think he'll go for it? No.
Not quite. We're going to have, or possibly...
We'll see Shinudi and Wawa Wubsy. The first soft runners. It's so much grip. But as we see a bit of lag there as they make contact. As we see Evis Buster. That's very... Evis has a massive moment coming out of turn 3. Kinkaro looks to be able to capitalise on that, but no, there's no point trying to overtake and reach yourself. But ABK once again with very nice restart, and yeah, Tig still holding up massive pace on those old hards.
Yeah, so it looks like we have the top 5 have kind of broken away. Now, we know the soft runners are going to be quick, but they're only going to be quick for a certain amount of time. So as long as these guys that they did get a pretty good start have kind of broke away from the main group, I don't think they're going to have too much competition coming back from those soft runners.
Yeah.
And it looks like probably Shinudi's just going to have to defend for his life before he gets chewed up and spat out.
Yeah, and also see now that Wawa Wubsy, the first of the soft runners, now in clean air, got a nice half tank of ERS. He will definitely be pushing the wheels off that car, because he will want those points. As we also see the top 2 and 4 very close, and top 2nd to 5th. As we see Buster now going on Shinudi, so Shinudi's just getting swallowed up at the moment. As Evis looks to try and go around the outside, but yeah. Actually gets a mega run out of that corner. Are they going to go side by side? No, he's just going to stick behind at the moment. Shinudi actually just got a hit from Evis. So it's actually bumped him. So that has allowed Kinkara and Evis to both follow past. So also see Bassing now trying to get past. And that was a very nice overtake there from Bassing. But can he make it stick? So they run side by side. Who's going to back out here first? Bassing clean around the outside. So that was very not there. Good on it. Man of Tin, how do you think ABK is going at the moment? Do you think SGM will get him?
I think ABK is doing all right for now. I think it's really going to come down to that DRS. If SGN, his middle sector's been extremely fast throughout this whole race, so if he can push up and get close enough and then get in front for, say, our last lap or so, or the last couple of laps, I think we'll see SGN kind of pull this off. But the guys that I thought would be pushing up, again, Dodge and John, they are struggling a little bit on this medium tyre to kind of keep up with the consistency of these guys at the front, especially John. I think he's backed up quite a bit, as we've seen Buster, who
He's
might
not trying to concede to Shinudi, but did he get damaged? Oh, his Wereboy's put him in the wall.
and that is Buster. Oh, Buster's still in the race.
Yeah, so that was. I don't think Wereboy knew where he was. As we see, I think who is that? Evis has spun.
We've got another
So
safety car. So we have.
Wow.
Surely we're pitting for softs now. So
I didn't think a safety car would come out of that.
So there must be a fair bit of damage over this, but do you pit for softs knowing you're going to have...
Yes, I would pit for softs, but
Oh,
I think
those
ABK
guys
was
have-
stuck position.
Guys have stayed out, so the guys on softs really shouldn't really have too much to worry about. They should just pit for another set, but the guys have decided to stay out knowing they're probably going to have lap 33, 34. They might have a 2-lap sprint towards the end, so...
Yeah, and like, I don't know, to be honest, because I think many people, like, just hard runners, I don't know, because those softs, with more laps to nurse them, I'm kind of thinking Wow Wubsy might be in contention here, but knowing how hard it is to overtake, as we've just seen, without DRS around here, I don't know, no DRS till the end now, so we've got nothing, so it's just going to be pure racing, I guess. But
Yeah. So AVK is again, he's in the prime position. SGN could come home with a second, Dodge with a third, but again, they've got to stay on it. So I think we're only going to have this lap and the next under safety car.
yeah, I think they're going to have to wait. I don't think Joe will be able to catch up because safety car has always got to come in end of lap 34.
Yeah.
So we might actually get lap 33, but we can see we've got Buster, Evis, Shinudi all onto fresh compounds of softs, so they will be very quick. And Wereboy rounds off the people that hasn't pitted yet. I mean, sorry, has pitted, so yeah.
Joe has not had a fun time at this track, unfortunately for him.
No, he is not.
But this has been a good showing for ABK. Again, Dodge has been pretty good. SGN, our leader at the front, has been consistent and been pretty quick all day. A few other guys that we've lost pretty early, like Old Mate James, Kev. Guys that have pace, but just not quite keeping together. Wereboy's had a pretty tough day. It is unfortunate for him, but...
Yeah, I do actually think we'll get safety car in this lap, so I do think we will get DRS on the last lap. So we're going to have a shootout, and this is going to be very fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't think the DRS is going to have too much to say. It might have had a bit more if we'd had the DRS from the actual race. We'd have probably a bit more to say, but I think the DRS is a bit too late to have any last lap heroics.
Yeah, also I think Wereboy's game crashed because I've just seen him rejoin the lobby, so he's very lucky.
Yeah.
I do think we will get safety car on this lap as the grid has now bunched up. But yeah, who do you think will, as we get confirmation, who do you think will push the most hardest on this restart?
I think you're going to see Dodge probably be a bit more aggressive here. The soft runners, they've got some merit, but I just don't think they're going to be quick enough with those 7 laps in. So maybe John Hayoni, if he can actually push up here. But I think it's the top 3, it's their race to lose. ABK gets a good start, which he's done multiple times. As we see, 5-second penalty on Evis, and it's the same spot that ABK has gone from.
Again.
Fortunately there for Bassing, but it's the same spot that ABK's gone from, and SGN has picked up and learnt the lesson from the last 2 starts. He's gone straight up the inside, hasn't quite got the grip to hold it, but he is staying in that second place.
Oh,
He's learnt from that. Bastink's going around speeding in the pit lane. Are we going to see Dodgers held on to that third spot with Tigger all over him? He's going to try and go around up the inside of SGN, who's having to leave space there. This is just allowing ABK to get away, but it looks like with all that, SGN might just end up holding on to that spot. So some great racing here.
Tiger. We do have a yellow flag, as I think King Kara has gone off, but while you're talking, Wearable has off the track, but actually gained a position. I think that was from Bastink spinning, but yeah, this is what we want to see as we see Dodge so close to SGN's gearbox. He's within 2 tenths now, as we also see Tiger right behind us. We see John must just be struggling on those mediums. He is not being able to capitalise on these restarts with these old hards. Or as we see, Dodge so close to SGN, that could have been a massive incident. And here he goes now. Will he pick the outside? Will he pick the inside? He goes around the outside. What is he going to do with this? Who's got the better grip advantage? He flies around the outside. SGN sticks to the inside. How they go side by side. And they bump ties. SGN gets a bit squirrely. Stays behind him now. And they hit. Dodge has hit.
There's SGN
and Dodge have both collided. That was not a good incident. But as we follow that now, we've got now 2 people side by side. Also, we see Wearable gets a bit squirrely again. Shanuti shoved onto the grass. Here we go, Wow Wubsy trying to go on SGN, shoves him out into the dirt. I do think SGN does have damage here, but that was controversial. That was...
Yeah, that'll be spoke about after the race, but SGN's managed to hold on to 4th here. ABK is in the perfect position, as we seem to have lost Buster at the back. So ABK's running away with this. He just needs to keep this in check. Tigger's made his way up into 2nd. John Hyone has managed to pull himself up into 3rd. I don't think we're going to see too much changing unless we have anything else, but yeah, I don't know who's at fault there. I think maybe there's a bit of touching from behind. Was there close the door? I don't know. We'll have to leave that. We'll have to leave that to the experts till after the race. But you'd have to say now, SGN's got a big job here to hold off Wubsy and the soft runners now that he's allowed that gap to close back up. But Tigger's got some great pace on these 27 lap old hards. He is pushing ABK to the absolute limit, and we thought at the start of this race, after a few incidents that he was been in, I think he's had 2 more stops than the rest of them, that he'd be in a lot of trouble. But it seems to me that he's got grip right when he needs it.
He might be able to do this, to be honest. And I'd just like to mention on the side note, Joe, out of all the problems he suffered this race, will actually probably end up, as he gets close to Evis, will end. But here we go, ABK versus Tiger. 2 tenths now, no DRS. We come into the final sector. What's going to happen here? They are bumping each other onto last lap. As we also see Shanuti and Wow Wubsy. I think Shanuti, as I think Buster has gone off. But here we go now, coming up to the line. ERS on. I think ABK has saved just enough ERS, but he has got DRS as he is blinking now. ABK comes across the line and wins the Dutch Grand Prix. What a race from ABK. 29 laps on those hards. Oh my, that was a very exciting race.
Yeah, so we've got ABK, wow, Tigger, John Hyone, SGN, Wubsy, Wearaboy, Joe, Shanuti, 33 Evis, Dodge rounding out the final points there. So yeah, there's going to be a bit to speak about after the race. Again, we'll leave that to the experts, but yeah, there's a few instances there that will probably cause a bit, but I think ABK is definitely want to run away with this. Jean Hyone, he's had a pretty good race, knowing that he's got a few safety cars in there that he would be looking at it going, thank God for that. But Tigger, after all those pit stops and whatnot, he's managed to come away with a pretty good result. So
I just like to say, some people have done brilliantly this race. I'm just watching Buster just struggling to get back to finish the race. But yeah, poor Hasgarage, not a very good performance from them, and they'll not be happy about that. But we've still got next week, and they'll look to that as they will look to try and improve on what happened today. But I just like to say Joe and Shanuti, awesome comeback from them. They did absolutely fantastic in my opinion. And from Joe going from a drive-through all the way like lap 30, Buster spins again, poor guy. As we see him getting a drive through, thought all hope was lost, and he ends up P7. So just an awesome drive from Joe, and hats off to ABK for nursing those tyres. Same as Tiger, or Tigger, and SGN. So awesome job from those guys. They should be really happy about themselves. As we see Buster trying to get past all the finished cars right now. Yeah, as Buster finishes the race. Yeah, awesome job from everyone today. And very exciting. Not the cleanest, but very exciting race.
Yeah, so we're going to have a bit of action in the FIA after the race, but again, we can't really talk about that now, so we have to give it up. ABK is your race winner today. Been consistent all race. Yeah, that's pretty much all you can say about his performance. He was led from the front. He had 3 safety car restarts, even almost lost the lead to SGN on that last one, but consistency prevails. So well done to ABK as we await the loading screen, if we actually get it up here. Or
who do you think was your driver of the day that race?
It really is hard to give away, but I think you have to give it to Jean. He started in 12th, he ended up in 3rd. It's a pretty good race from him, so, but we'll go through here. So you got ABK, Tigger, Jean Hyoni, SGN, Wubsy, Werribee, Joe, Shanuti, 33 Evis, Dodge, Cairo, Basink, and Buster rounding out our finishes. Our DNS for the day: Bass Baby, Striker, Nordal, Kev the Gardener. So we'll quickly go through here.
Yeah, very, very exciting race towards the end. That just reminded me of, what's it called, Abu Dhabi. Like, just a shootout towards the end. That was very exciting. So, yeah.
That's it.
I've got to probably give my driver of the day, and I've probably mentioned him quite a bit, to Joe. I know he didn't drive the best, but the way he came back towards the end and ended up in the points after literally nearly being a lap down from a drive-through, being almost 34 seconds off the next guy, and then he comes home with points. So I've got to say, that's I'm still standing motivation, and that was a very good drive. But yeah, ABK as well. That was awesome from him.
That's it. All right, well, we'll just be right back with our interviews. All right, so we are back. I think we have to get our race winner in today, so we'll bring in ABK, if I can actually locate the man himself.
Already got him.
Already got him. So, ABK, a fantastic race from yourself, mate. Kept it clean. I think it was 3 safety car restarts, and the last one, I think you may have got found out a little bit there with SGN being right on your tail, but come home with a win, mate. Congratulations. How do you wrap that one up?
Oh, thanks for that. I don't know. I'm still sweating. I saw SGN a Tiger behind me. I was just sweating. Yeah, nearly spun out on the last safety car restart, but thankfully held it together. And yeah, as soon as I saw SGN and Dodge crash, I knew I just had to bring it home. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. There's a fair few incidents through the race. Obviously, I think we had 4 or 5 safety cars in total. With an interrupted race, is it really hard to try and keep your concentration throughout the whole race, or did you find it kind of just going in bursts was a little bit easier?
Oh no, definitely it ruined my rhythm. The tie temps were really hard, bringing them up to temperature. Yeah, I struggled at the start of the safety car, but once I found once the tires came alive, found my rhythm, I was happy, but then it always got interrupted.
Yeah, and to be honest, mate, you drove just like quality today. You had awesome race pace all day. The way you were just able to get away from like all the new tires was just incredible, man. You should be really happy about that. But yeah, what do you think your opinion was when you saw everyone peeling for those softs towards the end? Did you think I might have to defend like Alonso, or did you just think I'm just keep it out and just do what I have to do?
Oh yeah, I was like, I need to go Giga Alonso.
Yeah.
In order to defend that, yeah.
But yeah, awesome drive, man. You should be really happy about that. And yeah, got any more comments you want to say?
I think we've seen your improvement through last season. You decided to put yourself on the map late in that season and get your confidence up, and it's good to see you. I think you had a little bit of an incident last week that kind of didn't get you up in those rankings, but this will bounce you straight back up into the points. Is this the type of racing that we're going to see from you going forward, with just being consistent, and now that you've got your confidence up, just continuing to build on that? So all that hard work coming across now and actually getting your first race win in the Prodigy division. So
Yeah, definitely. I hope to continue this and stacking more wins.
that's it. I love to hear it. So your race winner, ABK, congratulations, mate. We'll let you go. And again, congratulations. Great race from yourself, and look forward to seeing you up and about in the commentary box after many more races to come this season. So congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome job, mate. And yeah, just take it easy.
See you.
Easy. So I guess the next guy I'm gonna grab Dodge into the commentary box. So we'll quickly talk to Dodge here. So mate, you've had a pretty good qualifying, obviously putting it on P1. Look to have a few little scares during the race. Safety cars kind of helped you out there. Unfortunate on that last lap to come in contact with SGN, but how do you feel like most of that race went, mate?
The race was pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. There's the amount of safety cars just makes it hard to get any momentum going into a race. But well, it happens.
Mate, you had really good pace today. You defended, and I think you should have been on that podium, if not even on the top. But yeah, how did those mediums feel towards the end? Because it seemed like you were struggling on them compared to like other compounds. Because yeah, knowing Zambor for a very spinny track, just how scared were you to push the car with tires?
I was fine on the meds. I was actually backing off a little bit just to save a little bit of tire wear, but trying to conserve ERS on this track's like nearly impossible. So if you can't save ERS, well, might as well save some tire wear if you can. But yeah, it's just an unfortunate race, if I'm being honest.
Well, again, you had a pretty good showing. You've had a pretty good start to this season, so hopefully you can keep that up. I'm fortunate to have that incident on the last lap, but I'm sure this isn't the last we'll see of Dodge. You had a lot of supporters in the chat. I think Flukesy was your biggest supporter. I think there's Farmer Sam was in there as well. So you got the boys on your side, so hopefully we can see some more Dodge domination coming down the road. So unfortunate tonight, mate, but congratulations on a pretty high standard for most of the night.
Thank you.
No worries. So we'll let Dodge go here. Quickly grab SGN. We'll just quickly talk to him. SGN, unfortunate to have that little tangle up with Dodge right at the end, but you still managed to pull away P4. Are you pretty happy with that, considering the incident and it could have been a lot worse, or were you looking to kind of push up?
Let's just forget about this race altogether. The number of safety cars was ridiculous. That wasn't even a race. Honestly, I lost it. I apologize to Dodge. It was, side-by-side racing really hard. I lost it and tapped him on the rear. But, let's just forget this race ever happened and move on. Oh, it's just over that.
It is a bit different from the last race where you get to get a rhythm and do whatever. And I see the one thing I was really interested in is having 3 race restarts behind our eventual race winner of ABK. You looked like you figured out his go point on the last one, that you managed to get right up beside him. Was that something you were looking at, trying to get as close you can, or did you just pick it on the last one?
No, I was trying to get a good run on obviously the restarts themselves, and his straight line speed I think was way better than mine, and I just couldn't catch him no matter what I was doing. But fair play to him, he deserved the win. He was obviously the quicker guy. But yeah, overall, we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Well,
yeah. Do you want me to? SGN, you drove really well today. I gotta say, man, you were really catching ABK down towards the end of that race, but very unfortunate towards the end, and you're probably not going to be happy with the end of that race. But yeah, to be honest, you had mega pace today, and yeah, you should be happy about that one. So yeah, good job, mate. We'll see you next week then, probably.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See ya.
No worries. So I think that just about wraps us up, unless we have one more driver here. Can we get hold of John Hione? I don't think we're going to be... Oh, he is here. Congratulations, mate, on P3 in the end. You spent a lot of time on those hards and just waited your turn. The amount of safety cars kind of bailed you out towards the end, but I was a little bit surprised that you couldn't quite pull some more time out of those meds at the end of the race. They were fairly new, especially under the amount of safety cars you're under, but you just couldn't quite get them to work and push yourself right up the order. Did you find that as well, or it was just something you were just kind of struggling to overtake guys in the later part of the race?
Thank you first to be here. It's an honor, boys. You have no idea how hard was it. And honestly, I could do it. The problem I was desyncing. So every time I got real close to Tiger, I don't know how to say his name. Yeah. The guy in front of me. I was getting back like 0.2 back, and I think in 2 laps I lost a second and a half. So all my ERS, it was pretty empty. So the last, and I was trying to do it. And then I don't know who spun in front of me, and 2 cars stayed, and I got the 3rd position because of that. I had maybe 17% ERS for the last lap, and Tiger was just right behind at the first place, and I was like, just trying to maintain, and I was just like, it was undrivable. But I'm lucky I haven't done much mistake on the race, and could snatch the 3rd position because of mistake of the others. Yeah.
But yeah, man, you drove very nice today, and also that strategy call, like the safety car that came out around lap 19, that probably helped you out massively. So,
that was where it told me, go in now, put it yellows, and they just finished the race. It's gonna be, if that is a safety car, you're gonna have a fresher tire than everybody else. Otherwise, you're just gonna finish the race because that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and that
work it out pretty nice.
That late safety car hurt you very much with your strategy call, because I think if there wasn't that safety car, you would be in it for probably the win, because you were just on the fresher compound. You would have hunted down those people up in front. But yeah, man, very unfortunate, but I think you did very well today, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with how things ended up, to be honest.
Yeah,
absolutely great work, mate. So congratulations on your P3, actually pulling off some great strategy coming from a Ferrari driver is quite surprising. So congratulations, mate, and wish you luck for the rest of the season. All right, hopefully we'll see you a few more times in the commentary box after. So
that's cool. Thank you, boys.
Easy, thanks, mate. All right, well, that just about wraps us up here. Unless you've got anything else, Apex, I think we're just about done. So we've got ABK, followed by Tiger, followed by Jean Hanoi, and then our championship leader, SGN, coming in 4th. So after a pretty interrupted night with, I think it was 5 safety cars in the end, you heard the drivers. They're not quite happy about it, but racing as it is, we know the Netherlands, Zandvoort, can be quite a interrupted track if you start touching and getting on those curbs. So with all that information and all the interruptions, I think we've had a pretty good night. Again, ABK getting his Prodigy first Prodigy division win. So congratulations to him. Big shout out to the boys. But yeah, I think that's all of us for tonight. Again, stay tuned for tomorrow night. We have the elite races, same time as per normal on Thursday night. Other than that, we'll see you next week for Singapore. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I've been your host, Man of Tin, and I'll let Apex lead you out.
Yeah, and thanks everyone for tuning in, and we hope to see you tomorrow as we head to Singapore next week. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. So yeah, hope you join us next time, and take it easy, guys.
Thanks, guys.